What is going on, guys? Back at it again with another one. Injustice, Volume 1, Volume 2. Yep, I finished them both. So, if you don't know, let's go. Alright, guys, back at it again. It's your boy Conehead with another one. We'll do a little bit of my thoughts on Volume 2. I already did Volume 1, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's a previous video, I believe. A God Gone Mad and the Heroes Who Seek to Set It Right. Volume 1, right here. The enemy of my enemy are my friends. Or are they? Volume 2. Look at that. Okay, don't go that way. Better? Look at that. Volume 1, Volume 2. They did a great job on this. So I already showed you all this. Let's put that one to the side right there. And we will go over Volume 2. This one covers collects Injustice Gods Among Us Year 4, 1 through 12, Injustice Gods Among Us Year 4, Annual 1, Injustice Gods Among Us Year 5, 1 through 20, Injustice Gods Among Us Year 5, Annual Number 1, and Injustice Ground Zero, 1 through 12, with the introduction by Brian Brusletto and behind the scenes artwork. There's a lot of artwork in the back. So here is your cover, kind of like the other one, just with a different front cover. Oh, sorry, the side front cover. The back over here is going to have Batman, which the other one had your boy Superman, and then you have your two sides again, just like the last one. This one has Superman saying the war has already cost too much, it's over, and Batman saying it's not over, which is kind of funny because even though Batman is the one that he's trying to end it, with Superman on here saying the war has already cost too much, it's over, he's the one that won't stop. He won't stop. Here's your wraparound cover of this one, kind of like the other one, and then you have this on this side, great artwork, and this on this side, more great artwork. There you go. So you got basically Superman. This is Superman's team, and on the front you have Batman's team, just like the other one. Now, what I will say about these books is, if you're debating on it, definitely pick it up. Definitely pick it up. This book is non-stop. Like, every single time you get to a new chapter or a new comic, whatever you want to call it, every time you get to a new one, it just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. This war does not stop. This battle does not stop until you get to the final pages. So if you think it's going to end, it's not. They did a great job making two big omnibuses, and every chapter it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. So this one is where the gods come and then the gods leave. You have a lot of battle. You have Superman. I'm not going to try and do spoilers like I didn't do on the last one. They are still taking the green pills like they were in the first one, which kind of gives you superpowers. Like I said, the gods come, the gods go. God of Ares is still playing his little games throughout this book. Flash and Shazam are kind of the same as they were in the number one. They're kind of back and forth, but they won't leave Superman's side because they believe in Superman. And Batman is barely hanging on with his team because he keeps losing them one by one. Now, like I said, this is a multiverse, so this is off in its own universe. It's not part of that DC line. But this is a fucking great run. In the multi-universe, they do bring that into this. So you are going to see some multiverse and see how that leads up. I won't tell you about how it goes because I'd be ruining this book for you, but it does have multi-universe come into play in this universe. Now, the big thing about this book is this one right here, which I just happened to flip right against. So Ground Zero. Ground Zero is going to be pretty much the last year, the last battle. Which, don't get me wrong, this is Let's see here. We got, this is all art print here, cover art, variant cover arts right here. So you got this much as ground zero right here. Now, this whole book is everybody, just like the story, just going, right? When you get to ground zero, for some reason, I didn't have too big of a problem with this, but I don't know why they did it. For some reason, this is all Harley. Not all Harley, but it is pretty much Harley Quinn telling the story. So from this whole last year, it's Harley Quinn telling the story. Why they did that, I don't know. I mean, I'm a Harley Quinn fan. I don't have a problem reading Harley Quinn stories. But why they turned this into its own story to Harley Quinn telling the story, I don't know. It wasn't bad or anything. It's just you start going back and forth. So instead of actually reading what's going on, you're just reading what Harley Quinn is telling you, what she remembers, because some of the stuff she says she don't remember. So you go on to pretty much Harley telling her version of the story and how she believes she's a superhero, which I don't have a problem with that. Harley Quinn worked out pretty good as trying to turn her life around and come back a superhero. She even went back to, not really a spoiler, but she tried to go back to Harleen Quinzel. That didn't last but a few seconds before she turns back to Harley Quinn. But she's trying to become this hero. Joker, there is Joker in here, so like I said, he dies on the first one. The whole thing, that was right at the beginning of the first one. So if you haven't read, or if you haven't read this, or you haven't watched my first video, it's right at the beginning of volume 1. Superman, Lois is pregnant. Joker puts his smoke shit and tricks Superman. Superman thinks he's taking Doomsday up in the sky, and he's really got Lois and his pregnant and his baby, who she's pregnant. And when she gets to a certain point, it detonates the nuclear bomb that Joker set up and destroys destroys where Superman's from. I can't think of Metropolis. What is it? Why am I like, I just went dumbfounded on the city, the name of the city. You guys know the name of the city. Yep, it's like, I can't remember it. Metropolis? What is it? Put in the comments. Metropolis. I don't know. Anyway, y'all know the name of the city. I know the name of the city. I just can't think of the name of the city for some reason. But like I said, this goes to the reason they got the gods on the cover of this this one right here is because they do go into showing Superman that he is not the boss, he is not the god. There's gods higher up than him, and then there's gods higher up than that. There's the new gods, there's the old gods, they all come into play, but they do end up leaving, and it goes back to a normal battle of basically Batman's crew versus basically the Justice League. So Batman, has to come up with his ways of figuring out how to stop this. And he does come up with a way, which is how this book ends. Which I didn't see it coming to that. I mean, once you got closer to a certain point, I guess you do see it coming to that. And then even the end, I didn't see the very end coming to that. I was guessing it might, and then it just popped off. Well, the end ends pretty quick. Once Harley Quinn starts telling her side of the story, it ends pretty quick. It is no longer like all is going on. It's just her telling bits and parts of the story of basically the past, because now she's in the future, and she's telling how the war ended. They did do a great job on this book. It is definitely a page turner. Definitely a great book. If you haven't read it, I would recommend picking this book up. Injustice Volume 1, Injustice Volume 2. I know I went into a little bit more detail in Volume 1. Then what I'm gonna probably do on this one, just because it's basic the same thing, right? I mean, you have everybody you can think of. Superman does take some of the villains and he mind controls them. Um, as far as and then there's another Superman that comes in. They turn a guy into like a Superman. I don't know who that is. Really don't. He's at the beginning of this. He's like a has no knowledge of anything. He's just really dumb. Um, he can't even speak proper. Um, that lasts a little while. Um, that's probably at the beginning of this book, or maybe towards the middle. That was a good part. That was different. But you do have Superman using Lex Luthor, which I said in the first one. Lex Luthor is actually playing both sides. He's really on Batman's team, but he's playing Superman the whole time. Which you'll figure that out in Volume 1. So that's not really a spoiler. But Lex Luthor is playing Superman. And here I am wearing a Superman shirt. I tell you what, this is a great book. Sorry. It is a great book. But if you don't want to see Superman like be the evilest guy, I mean, even to the very last part of this book, Superman is pure evil. Pure evil. He's a dictator. Um, he controls this. It's about him controlling the whole world, is what it is. And he's thinking he's doing right by no wars, no nothing. And really, he's just controlling everybody's life. Um, I mean, he's got a whole army of like, they're not robots, but it's like a robot group kind of the way he's controlling everybody. From you have to be in at a certain time. I mean, he's even telling Wonder Woman what to do. He's telling her to shut up and you're gonna do what I tell you. And even um, Flash and yeah, Green Lantern who turns into Yellow Lantern, and I mean everybody in here. He's a dick in this book. So it is a whole different story seeing Superman become this big of a villain, and the fact that he is that strong and capable of doing everything he's capable of doing. There's no leaping from tall buildings, and he's just this bad superhero or this awesome superhero. He's a dick in this, and nobody likes him. Especially in this one, it gets more and more to, you know what, he's killing people in here like crazy, and like he's hiding it. Um, and they're trying to show the world what he's doing, like killing people, but they keep stopping it from the world getting out with Raven helping and everything. But I mean, he takes control of Bane. I mean, they break all these guys out thinking that they might help him. Batman says he's only going to take a certain amount of people from that, the villains of who he can trust that are in because they did something bad, but not in because they'll kill. He didn't really want all the people he knew would kill, because that's Batman's thing, is don't kill, right? So yeah, they take that certain group, but Superman ends up getting the bigger guys like Killer Croc and Bane and everything, and he's already got a amazing team that's hard to stop. You got Shazam, who they explain what Shazam's name is, stands for each god. Hercules and all the other how you spell his name stands for each, where he got his power from each god. But he's got Shazam, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern who turns into Yellow Lantern, Sinestro. So he's got everybody he can think of on there, which makes it really hard for Batman to try to stop him, because Batman's got Batwoman, Batgirl, Green Lantern, Black Canary, which most of these people die throughout this book. So volume 1, so his team is just like crinkling and getting smaller and smaller. But Batman will be Batman and always comes up with ideas after ideas and after ideas, and I don't want to get too much into it because you gotta read it. It's just a non-stop page turner, a non-stop war, a non-stop battle. of Superman trying to be a dictator and control this world. Now, like I said, with the end, the Ground Zero, you will have to, if you're not a Harley Quinn fan, Harley Quinn's through this Volume 1 and Volume 2, so you gotta get over the Harley Quinn thing, especially at the end of this book, because Harley Quinn's telling that story, whether you like it or not. This is how the book's ending, is Harley Quinn telling the story. Which, like I said, I didn't have a problem with it. It just seemed weird to do that. It seemed like you turned this book from an Injustice book to a Harley Quinn book, which was my only downfall about it. Is that you turned it into someone's story versus a whole story of everything happening, you know. But it was still good. Don't get me wrong, it was still good. You gotta go back and forth now. You're getting everything Harley Quinn's doing, versus everything that's going on. Where these, you know, most of these books were what's going on. Now it's just turned into what's Harley Quinn doing, and what's Poison Ivy doing, what's Joker doing, because Joker does return. I won't tell you how that happens, but Joker does return, so you get Joker, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Harley Quinn's gang, which is pretty cool. But it just does like almost like little flashbacks of what happened, and like I said, and it ends it so quick. Like all of a sudden, she's just telling the story, and then it just pops off and ends. The end is really good though, because you get to figure out how this ends, and it ends great. I guess coming from Harley Quinn's point of view, it ends great. So you still, like I said, every time you turn into a new one, it's just nonstop battle. So if you haven't picked this up, I recommend doing it. Volume 1, I know. Sorry, try to put that back on. Volume 1, I know, is still on Amazon. Matter of fact, let's check it right now. Because I don't believe it's on any of the other sites, cheap graphic novels and all that. Could be in stock trades, organic price books, Injustice, Omnibus. So yeah, actually right now is probably a great time to pick up the Volume 1 if you don't have it. If it's not on the other websites, check the other ones. But if you want it like fast, like I said, I order all mine from the other three. I actually ordered from Organic Price Books my first time, but I ordered the new Justice League book that just came out from Organic Price, so it should be here this week is what they're saying, which is going to be pretty crazy because every time I order from the other one it takes over a week. Cheap graphic novels is really slow on their shipping, and in stock trades is always depends on. But I said they shipped. The only thing is UPS is still not showing that it says it's shipped to UPS, but there's no label saying that it's coming. Well, it's supposed to be here tomorrow though. So, but if you, like I said, I always last resort Amazon. Injustice, Gods Among Us, Omnibus Volume 1, normal price $125. Right now, $68.69. So you're getting a good deal. As far as Volume 2, I think they're sold out, guys. You might have to get that on the aftermarket, because chances are if Amazon is sold out, then every other place is sold out. So nope. Hardcover, you can get it in stock. Usually ships 3 to 4 days. $113.92. It doesn't compare new and used, so there is still spots you can get it. It's just this ain't coming from. This is shipped from and sold by Book Depository. So this is not Amazon, so you're probably going to be waiting a little bit longer to get it, but that gives you time to read Volume 1. Like I said, when you start reading these, it goes quick if you got the time to read it. It is definitely a page-turner because this battle is non-stop, keeps going. And I'm talking even through Ground Zero, when Harley Quinn's telling her story. It's still, war is going. It stops at the very last one is when it stops. So, which once you get to that part, you're like, oh, I had a feeling this might happen. Once you realize what's going on. definitely pick it up. My overall thoughts, amazing book, amazing two books, volume 1, volume 2, definitely great book. Definitely pick it up if you can. Like I said, they're still both on Amazon. I just looked it up for you guys. Still both on Amazon, so definitely pick it up. And if you don't know, guys, now you know. Like, comment, subscribe. I try not to do spoilers in this so that you guys could actually read this and not realize what's happening. And I don't want to ruin the story for you because it is such a great story. Now my next is trying to figure out what book to read next. I think it's going to either be between the Green Lantern run or that new Batgirl run that I haven't read yet, or the Blackest Night, which Blackest Night is part of the Green Lantern run. So if I read that, I'm going to probably read that Green Lantern run. Also, Batman by Snyder. I haven't finished reading that yet. I might actually restart that one. So I might grab that one next. I don't know. I got a lot of books here to choose from. I finished up Deathstroke. I finished up Red Hood. And then these two. So you see all these books behind me. I still got a lot to go. So there's going to be a lot of my thoughts coming if you guys care. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you subscribe. Hopefully you like. Hopefully you comment. Help me out, guys. Other than that, I will see you on the next one. Peace.